Once you get into buying and selling vintage lenses, you will eventually find yourself with a collection of dusty, scratched up filters and a handful of focal multipliers. Let's be honest, we usually just throw them in a box or use them to replace missing lens caps, but are they that useless? Well, let's find out. For today's test, we will be using a Panagor Auto teleconverter on the Helios 44M, a Kenko KFT Teleplus MC4 on both the Konica Hexanon 50mm 1.7 and the Hasai Pentax M 50mm 1.7. Originally, my plan was to use the Pentacon 50mm 1.8 with the M42 teleconverter, but the pins did not align properly, so I had to use the Helios instead. The first thing you will notice when using a focal multiplier is the loss of light, but that's just how they work. They magnify the image at the cost of less light hitting the sensor or film. Here's an example. Keeping the same shutter speed and aperture, the ISO goes from 125 to 400. If we remove the multiplier without changing the settings, this is the difference in exposure. Oddly enough, when using the focal multipliers, I found that I was able to focus 2 to 5 centimeters closer than usual. I wasn't expecting that, but I think it's worth mentioning. In terms of image quality, the difference is clearly visible. When using the multipliers, the pictures are way softer, both in the corners and in the center of the frame, and they even introduce chromatic aberration. I also took a couple pictures of the moon with the Zenith 500mm mirror lens and the M42 focal multiplier. Now let me take a second and thank the most recent members of the channel, Luca Dazzi and Tamar Roy. Thank you for your support. Probably some high-end name brand focal multipliers are decent enough, but these third-party ones, I cannot recommend them. The Panagor is less bad than the Kenkos, but still not really worth using. If nothing else, you can always remove the glass elements and use the bodies as extension tubes for some macro shots, or flip some of the elements and see if you can get some wonky results. Well, that is all for today. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and if you have 99 cents to spare, you can become a member of the channel and support me directly. Until next time, goodbye.